Okay, so everyone take unit 7. Lesson name is Urban Changes During the British Period. Urban Changes During the British Period. Okay, urban changes. Urban means city. Yeah, city மாத்துறது நகர்ப்புறமா நகரமா மாக்குறது. So that is urban change. So what are the urban changes happened during the British period? Okay, so there are three towns: ancient towns, medieval towns, and then modern towns. In ancient times, towns emerged and around of residential places of kings and its location easily accessible to sea and rivers for trade. Most of them developed as administrative, religious, and cultural centers like the Harappa, Mohenjo-daro. Okay. So ancient cities, which means ancient towns. So in ancient times, cities appeared in and the king's settlements only. Okay, in the ancient times, the cities appeared in and the king's settlements, and also the structure. Okay, the city structure was suitable for trading, but which trading by sea and rivers. Okay, so the structure was suitable for trade by sea and rivers. So most developed as administrative, religious, and cultural center. Most developed cities as a administrative as religious cultural centers சொல்லணும். Okay, so the Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Varanasi, Allahabad, and Madurai, these are well known ancient towns. And the medieval towns. During medieval times, most of the towns developed as the headquarters of the principalities. Okay, so during the ancient times, most of them developed as the administrative, religious, cultural center. But medieval towns, most of the towns developed as the headquarters of principalities and kingdoms. Okay, so they functioned either fort city or port city. Yeah, so they functioned either a fort city or port city. Fort city means kotai. Yeah, like that type, and then port city, which means yeah, like that harbor. Okay, Turemugam. Yeah, so import among them are Delhi, Hyderabad. Important among them are Delhi, Hyderabad, Jaipur, Lucknow, Agra, Nagpur. Okay, so ancient towns mean in that period most of them developed as the administrative, religious, cultural. Okay, but in the medieval times most of them developed as the headquarters of principalities and the kingdoms. Modern towns. So modern towns means modern towns. So the arrival of Europeans, okay, the arrival of Europeans brought about one new changes in the development of cities. Okay, here what? Okay, here the arrival of Europeans brought about one new changes in the development of cities. So they first created some coastal cities like Goa, Pondicherry, Daman, yeah, like that. Okay, so first of all, the arrival of European brought about new changes in the development of town. So they first developed some coastal. Coastal means what? Canal side, okay, so beach side cities. So they first developed some coastal towns such as Surat, Daman, Goa, Pondicherry, like that. And then the British established themselves well in India. Okay, the British established, okay, அவங்க நிலைநிறுத்துறாங்க அவங்களோட. The British established themselves well in India, and then developed the three cities, and then developed three main cities. What are the three main cities? Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, as the administrative capital, as the administrative headquarters and the trading center, capital and trading centers. Okay. Unique features of urbanization, deindustrialization. Okay, first one is and unique features of urbanization under the British. First one is deindustrialization. In the beginning of 18th century, the policies of the British proved harmful to the process of urbanization. Later, the economic policies followed by the British led to the rapid transformation of India's economy into a colonial economy and development of cities. Okay, so deindustrialization, which means the policies of the British at the beginning of the 18th century. Okay, the policies of the British at the beginning of the 18th century that proved to be against urbanization. Okay, that policy of the British at the 18th century proved to be against urbanization. Against urbanization. So against urbanization means what? Yeah, urbanization opposite the policies irundhudu. Okay. So later that economic policies pursued by the British led to the rapid transformation of the Indian economy into a colonial economy. Okay. So later that economic policies pursued by the British that led to the transformation of the Indian economy into colonial economy, the growth of the cities also. So for a long time, the famous urban, yeah, okay. So and then for a long time, the famous urban, okay. So for a long time, the famous urban markets were shut down for the not fully shut down, they lessing, okay, for the best product. The overall the industrial structure was paralyzed by fierce competition for the imported goods. Over, okay. So overall, so look at the overall, the deindustrial, which means what? Industrial paralyzes. Okay, so the overall the industrial structure was paralyzed, நிப்பாட்டப்பட்டாங்க by fierce competition for imported goods. So deindustrialization, so deurbanization, yeah. So as it is the deindustrialization, so the transformation of India's economy into a colonial one, market for the manufacture and the source for the supply of the raw material to our industries, it are the industrial and the commercial base of number of towns. Okay, the transformation of Indian economy into a colonial economy. Okay, that in the time a market for the manufacture and the source for the supply of the okay. So the market, that market for benefit for the manufacture and also source of the supply of raw material to industries. So it are the industrial on the commercial base of animal. Another factor which contributed to the decline of urban centers of the British period was the introduction of the network of railway roads. Yeah. So why they forced to do deurbanization? So this is also another factor, another reason for the deurbanization. Which one? That railroads network of the introduction of the network of the railroads. This is the okay. Since 1853, the introduction of the railways resulted in the division of trade routes and every railway station became a point of export of raw materials. Yeah. So, and then the growth of new urban centers. British developed on new centers. British developed on new centers of trade like Calcutta, Madras, Bombay on the eastern and western coastal areas. Madras, Bombay, Calcutta cities which the British largely created and fortified. Okay, so this is the beginning of the growth of the urban centers. So British developed one new centers of the trade like Calcutta, Madras, Bombay on the eastern side and also western coastal areas like that Madras, Bombay, Calcutta. Okay, like that. All those were earlier fishing and waving villages. Okay, so these places were earlier fishing and waving villages. Fishing and waving villages. So here they build their home, shop, churches as well as their commercial and administrative. Okay, so in that places that Chennai, yeah, that coastal area, they built home, shop, churches as well as their commercial and administrative quarters. From the mid 18th century, there was a new pace of change as the British gradually acquired a political control after the Battle of Plassey in 1757 and the trade of English East India Company expanded. Yeah. So, in the middle of the 18th century, one new pace of change they created. Okay, as the British gradually acquired a political control. So, yeah, during that period, the British step by step they maintained they administrate their administrative in our country. Okay, so as the British gradually acquired political control after the Battle of Plassey. Okay, after the Battle of Plassey, British அவங்களோட கண்ட்ரோலில் வைக்கிறாங்க இந்தியாவில் கிளியராக. ஸோ அந்த நேரம் that time the trade of English East India Company expanded. So a new trend of urbanization began in the latter half of 19th century. A new trend of urbanization began in the latter